The Cracking Cans Podcast, the podcast where we crack open a cold one and dive into the weird, the haunted, and the straight up cursed. I'm one half of your hosting duo, Crack Daddy Mike, joined here by the Butt Crack.
The butt crack.
The Butt Crack, Corey. What's up?
Just getting over this cold.
Getting over it.
Getting my voice back. That's good. Still coughing out the lungs.
Haven't stopped since I've been here.
Have not.
No.
You just can't make me laugh, and we're good.
So this is going to be a serious episode. Probably not. I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah.
Even when if I have to be serious, I resort to comedy. So There's a good chance that I'm going to be, I don't know.
Not serious.
Yeah. I don't know if I know how to be.
Yeah, we don't.
No, absolutely not. And if you want us to be serious, suck it. It ain't happening.
Listen to some other chubs.
Get some chubs. So what's up? You got anything new?
No, got nothing new.
Wow. I feel like it wasn't that long since we recorded last. It hasn't even been like a full week.
Still trying to take care of this water problem down here. We do got the plumber coming tomorrow.
Yeah, we figured it out last episode that it was not coming from the outside, rather the sink
At least
or
we
the
think.
dishwasher,
At
one
least,
of the two.
Because I've been keeping an eye on the water and how much of the sink I'm using, and I feel like there's more water that's down here than is going into the sink.
So there's multiple leaks in this house is what he's saying. It's not good.
Ever since we moved over to the new studio, we've had water after water after water.
No, because remember when you got that new fridge in the
Oh,
in the garage, and we're just sitting there, and all you just hear is like, and all this water just started running out from under the fridge.
It's been following us.
Yeah, so it's just been cursed. Been cursed with water.
First episode was the Kraken. Our name,
It is
Kraken Cans
it's their
Cast.
namesake.
Water comes with us.
Realistically, it might just be a Kraken just trying to swim over and join us.
The spirit of the Kraken.
The spirit of the Kraken. So you know what? Screw it. No small talk. Let's get into the brewskis.
No dilly dally. We're getting into the brewskis. I got Backpack Stash today from North Country Brewing Company out of Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania, which is our second beer from this brewery in the fine state of PA. The first one we tried from them was Paleo IPA, which was for the Van Meter Visitor. This beer here is a 5%er pale ale, so on the lower end of the Kraken Can Cast alcohol scale. And I'm not sure how much we covered before about this brewery, but it was founded in 2005, and right from their site, our historic building, once a cabinet factory, has been meticulously restored to preserve its rustic charm, providing a unique backdrop for our state-of-the-art brewing facilities.
Yeah, because I think we talked about that because it reminded me of Rusty Rail.
Ah, yeah.
I just thought that was kind of neat that they're both former cabinet manufacturers where the breweries are at.
And something that really stuck out to me when I was just looking at their site is how much they care about their food. Like, their food on their menu, fuck. My stomach was roaring last night looking at the menu. They had this jalapeno popper jumbo pretzel on their menu that, like, I couldn't stop staring at the words. They didn't even have a picture. Well, they might have had a picture. I don't know. I just kept reading the words.
Yeah. That sounds so good and so bad the next day.
Yeah.
But I want it.
I know.
Always.
Yeah, it's like a bad car wreck.
Yeah.
You can't drive by and not look.
No.
You need it.
Yeah. You got to shit it out. It's worth it.
The car wreck?
Yeah, the car wreck.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Whole car. They also host all kinds of events at this place. And like I said, the more I looked into it last night, like the more I want to go. And it's really not that far away from us. So we could make it happen, maybe host an episode there.
Whoa, what? Are you getting crazy?
I'll email them.
All right.
They won't answer, but I'll email them.
They might. They're smaller.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So back to the beer. Tonight we're cracking open a beer called Backpack Stash. Now the name alone fits a little too well with the legend we're talking about tonight. There's a guy, a wanderer, who's always seen carrying a sack over his shoulder. I'm not going to say what's inside just yet, but let's just say it's not trail mix.
It's entrails. Isn't that what they call guts? Entrails.
Sounds good.
It's either that or it's what a snail leaves behind when it crawls entrails.
Yeah.
That sounds, if it's not what a snail leaves behind, that sounds like that should be the name.
Yeah.
End snails.
We'll look it up. We won't, but.
I'm looking it up now. Yep, snail mucus.
So I'm not going to say what the topic we're doing today, the El Silbón. I'm not going to say what he carries around in his sack, but I want Mike here to take a guess.
I just did.
What he's carrying in his sack?
Yeah, entrails.
Okay. That's your final guess, though.
No, it's not my final. Just keep reading.
Okay. Well,
I
I need you to guess.
Damn it. Heads. I'm not going to be specific as what kind.
Okay.
So yeah. No. Feet. Ooh, tongues. No. Fingernails. Fingernails.
All right. We're going to have to find out.
Oh, no, you got to tell me. I'm dying.
You're going to find out when we get into the episode. And for everyone listening, take a wild guess. What would a cursed traveler keep in his sack out in the middle of nowhere?
Entrails.
We're going to find out soon enough. But go ahead and throw out your guess. Just toss it out in the air. See if you're right.
Email us at cracking. Let's pause. Pause right now. Email us. Give us somewhere in the ballpark of like 4 to 12 hours to email you back. Then you can play and continue.
Yeah, because we're pretty busy and we got a lot of emails coming in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you just wait in line.
Yeah.
Before I get into the topic, let's talk about the sources. There's only one primary source.
Hold on. We didn't cheers.
Oh, God, I'm
we
jumping
didn't
ahead.
Drink. We didn't do anything right now.
Sorry, getting
How
antsy.
did you talked about how? Yeah. Okay. What's in the backpack?
Yeah.
What's in the box?
Cheers.
Cheers. Ski. This beer's good. This is a good pale ale.
Very good.
I feel like I get really locked into always buying IPAs.
You forget about the other ones out there. I know.
And I forget how good just a regular pale ale is.
That's good. Like, that's
Just
smooth,
mellow,
solid.
smooth. It's not super heavy.
No, I could probably drink about 22 of these.
22. I could probably drink about 3 because I got to drive home. Probably 2, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good beer. It's a good drinking beer.
I recommend that one. That's cash recommended.
And with that, recommendations in the bag. Let's go to the topic.
Sources.
What's to the topic? Damn it.
Before I dig into this topic, one primary source I used, which is one of my favorites, I used the PBS Monstrum on YouTube.
Man, I got to use that, dude.
It's so good. They're just like 10, 15-minute videos that just go over everything.
I got to
you
use
know.
that for my next source.
Yeah. The episode is titled El Silbón, the deadly whistler of the South American grasslands. Mm-hmm.
I feel like he sounds French.
He does.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the only source I used, so.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So let's get it on. Oh, wait, Kendra doesn't like when I say that.
Let's get it on.
Yeah.
So you got to stop doing that.
I did stop doing it forever, and I just started.
Gee, I wonder what it reminds her of.
It was some song, I think. I think it was, Let's Marvin Gaye and Get It On or something like that song.
I think of just banging.
Oh, no.
Oh. All right. Anyways.
All
right, let's go.
Today we're talking about the El Silbón, or the Whistler. Is that Hunger Games?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Bad situation and a whistle. Hunger Games.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
The legend dates back to the early to mid 1800s and originated in the Llanos, which means the plains,
Nice.
in Venezuela and Colombia. But due to the oral storytelling over the years, the names of those involved in this story have unfortunately become lost. So we don't have any actual names.
Okay. We'll just call everybody that dies Corey, and everybody that's outsmarts this thing Mike.
The story states that an adult man was spoiled by his parents when he was a kid. He got everything he ever wanted and was never told no. And folks, these are the kind of people that grow up to become criminals and murderers. So tell your kid no.
What do you think the age is that you can stop saying no?
Like to your kids?
Yeah. I have a theory.
You have a theory.
Well, I mean, guess kind of a theory with the way you worded it.
21.
I think it's like 11. Because at the end of the Willy Wonka movie, when they're the original, when they're going through the elevator, it's like, whatever happened to the kid that got everything he ever wanted? He lived happily ever after. See, that's Charlie Bucket.
Yeah.
You know? So, obviously nobody's going to say no to Charlie. He's the freaking CEO of Wonka now.
Yeah, Willy Wonka Jr.
All right, sorry.
That's a good theory. I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah.
I get behind that
Yeah.
all day.
I'm gonna-
11.
11. However old Charlie was. I'm going to say 11.
11, 12
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. We'll go
Give or
with
take.
we'll go with the 12 ski.
Yeah.
I'm going to lean back in my chair so you can just present.
The one thing about this man was that he could always be heard whistling and would regularly make his rounds in the local taverns. The people in this area would always know when he was around because they would hear the whistling, which is what he became associated with. Now, this fella had quite the temper once he got into adulthood. I mean, when you face no authority and can get away with whatever you want, it's usually a given. Look at Aaron Hernandez.
Ooh.
Drop that in there.
Yeah.
One day, the man and his parents were sitting at the table eating dinner. The man looks over at his mother and says, "What is this garbage? I'm not eating this shit." He looks over to his dad and says, "Hey, you're going to go outside right now and you're going to kill me a deer. That's what I want to eat." Father gets up, grabs his gun, and goes outside to kill a deer. When his father came back to the house without a deer, the young man became so enraged that he grabbed the gun and shot his father right in the head.
That is quite the reaction to
I
that.
know, it's nuts.
Yeah.
And then after killing his father, he cuts out different organs, the heart, liver, from his father, gives them to his mother to cook. Now, just like every urban legend, there are many versions and twists these things can take. In all the versions I read about, the son kills the father, but the route to the murder just takes a different path. I saw one where after he killed the father, he just took out everything on all his guts and everything and just carried him into his mom to cook, and then she freaked out.
His entrails.
Yeah, his entrails.
'Cause I looked at definition of entrails. A person or animal's intestines or internal organs.
Yeah.
Especially when removed or exposed.
Yeah.
There we go.
Damn.
Just saying.
Where'd you pull that from?
Google.
No, I mean before you looked it up.
Entrails?
Yeah.
It's just a word that it's always intrigued me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that word.
The one phrase that always intrigued me that I never forgot about from high school is strategic ambiguity.
Oh boy, I can't say that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Not putting all your eggs in one basket.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's spreading shit out with war and stuff.
I got unmitigated goal.
Ooh.
That got me. I was at my old foreman's Pee Wee football game, and he didn't play the one kid enough, and that's what his dad said to him. The unmitigated goal. It's wow. That's pretty good. And then the guy redeemed himself because he's a total idiot. It's that's the only phrase he knew, I think. But it's well, good for you, buddy. You nailed that one at least.
Maybe that's the route to go, in life.
Just know one big phrase.
Maybe
and
a
drop
couple.
Two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say two.
Strategic ambiguity's mine.
Yeah. And mine's probably unmitigated goal.
Yeah. And together we're two doofuses.
And entrails,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah. In another version, the father catches his son with a prostitute. The father gets a knife and stabs her to death. And then the son kills his father in revenge.
So he loved her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was in love with, I guess it wouldn't be a lot lizard back then.
Yeah, stable lizard.
Stable lizard?
Stable rat.
There's another version where the father seduced and sexually assaulted his daughter-in-law, the son's wife, which triggered a homicidal rage, causing the son to murder his father.
Yeah, I feel like that'll do it.
Yeah. But regardless of the route we want to take, all versions lead to the son's grandfather. So it would be the son, his dad's dad, the paternal grandfather, putting a curse on him for eternity for killing his father. The grandfather tied him to a tree and whipped the holy hell out of his back. After the whipping was completed, he washed his wounds out with guardiente, which means fire water. And it's a strong alcoholic drink, usually 40 to 60% alcohol, often distilled from sugarcane, grapes, or other local crops, depending on the region. And the alcohol burns like fire, symbolizing both cleansing and damnation.
It's like, yeah, it's just pouring like salt in the wound.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That would suck.
So aguardiente becomes part of the curse, a fiery purification before eternal torment. The grandfather then untied the man from the tree and released him to hungry and rabid dogs.
Sorry.
Yeah.
How old is the adult kid at this time? Give or take.
I would say probably in like his 20s.
Okay.
Is what I was guessing.
Like mid-20s,
That's
around
what
there?
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I got when I was looking into this.
Okay.
But yeah, after the whipping, after dumping the alcohol in the wounds, the guy was fed to fucking dogs. Rabid dogs.
Jeez, man.
Bunch of Cujos.
It's like the guy in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
All I want to say is Ramsay. I don't know if that's his name or not.
I don't know. I never watched the whole thing. I
Yeah.
watched most of House of the Dragon. But anyway, after being killed by the dogs, El Silbón, or the Whistler, was cursed for eternity to roam and carry a large sack that was filled with
His dad.
his father's bones.
Father's bones.
But there was other versions where it was all of his inside, like his intestines, organs, everything.
Entrails.
I know, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But like the most common one that I saw was his father's bones.
But we're going to go with entrails.
Yeah, just for you.
Yes. Thank you.
El Silbón can be seen and heard roaming the roads, carrying his large sack, where he searches for drunks, partiers, womanizers, and cheaters.
So what's his logic for going for these people? Just anger?
We'll talk about it a little bit when we
Okay.
get to theories at the end. Really, the big thing about this urban legend is, and I think it's with a lot of urban legends, is people take on the urban legend and twist it to how it fits with like their life,
Right.
their situation.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily know if like he searches for these things based off of like every version. I think it might just be like whichever version you tell, that's like kind of how it plays out. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Depending on who you need to spook, is
Yeah.
that's who he
Yeah.
kills. Yeah. That seems pretty urban legend-esque, I would say.
yeah. He doesn't just wander aimlessly. He is specifically looking for people that meet those profiles. So us, being the wonderful husbands we are, would be fine. Well, except for the drunks part. I mean, we passed 2 of the 3 criteria, so I'm hoping that he'll just fucking whistle right by.
Yeah. Well, I think this is more of a lesson to us that we need to always have a beer in the house to offer him.
Yeah.
If I'm an evil spirit and I come to your house to do whatever I got to do with you, and you offer me a nice perpetual, I'm gonna keep walking. It's like, I didn't see nothing here, but I'll be back in 2 hours. You better have more. Maybe like 15 minutes. But yeah, he best have more.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about that with Krampus. Probably a Hat Man. Yeah, a bunch of these guys.
Yeah, they could be bribed.
Yeah. I'm not giving you my soul, but I'll give you a beer.
It also could answer your door naked.
What?
Answer your door naked.
Yeah.
Like if I had to collect somebody and they answered the door naked, I'd probably
They'd laugh.
they would laugh
Yeah.
and they'd probably just turn around and leave. It's like, this is not what
Yeah.
I signed up for.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be nice and easy, you know?
Occasionally, though, if he isn't finding anyone that meets his criteria, he'll just kill whoever, so it doesn't even matter. I think he just gets bored sometimes, and he's like, all right, I'm not finding any womanizers. I ain't finding any drunks. You, sir, crossing the road, you're mine. But you always hear him whistling, which we're going to break down the whistling a little bit later.
Ooh.
Ew.
Whistling death. Never mind.
What? With my dick? What'd you say?
Whistling dick thief. It is so horrible. I don't know what the hell happened. I really don't.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. Moving on.
Moving on to a rancher story that was passed along of a person that had an encounter with El Silbón from the Monstrum video that I watched. One night, there was a rancher hosting a party. A local man was invited and wanted to attend the party, but was warned by his friends that it was dangerous to travel through the plains alone on a dark night. The man insisted that he would be fine and could fend off anything that he could possibly come in contact with. And so he set off on his horse with no name.
Felt good to get out of the rain.
And then drive through the desert with a horse with no name.
Yeah, I'm on the next part.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that part, so I had to go back. The horse ran fast through the plains until it reached a stream and came to a sudden halt. The man heard a whistle in the distance. And it did not take long for the whistle to become louder and louder and louder. Eventually causing his horse to freak the F out. The horse flung the man off its back and bounced. He did not want anything to do with whatever the hell was coming. The whistling began to fade as if the person or thing started going the opposite direction. However, with El Silbón, they say that when the whistle is louder, you are actually safer because he is further away. But when the whistle is fading and hard to hear, it means he is right next to you. It's more or less a psychological mind game and trick that he likes to play. So the louder the whistle, the safer you are.
Don't like that.
No. Did you just blow a burp?
No, you just hit a...
When the man got up off the ground and turned around, he was face to face with a figure with thin, elongated limbs, so tall that he was unable to see the figure's face. The creature beat the shit out of him with a stick. The man had a machete but was unable to even get one hit in. El Silbón beat the shit out of him, then walked away laughing. So, he beat the shit out of him with a stick and then just, just stopped and just, laughed and walked away. Yeah.
It's just a flex.
Yeah. The man eventually got up, found his horse, and painfully rode to the party. So he did end up making it to the party at the ranch. Once at the party, the owner of the ranch and other partygoers asked what the hell happened to him. When he told him his story, they told him that he crossed paths with El Silbón. They told him he was lucky as most people do not survive his encounters.
What if it was some guy named Rodney that just goes out there and just beats the shit out of anybody he finds? That's why he was just beat him with a stick and left. It's like, hey, I'll find the next guy to beat.
Yeah. Rodney.
El Rodney.
El Rodney. Yeah. That'd be funny, yeah, if it was
just the local dickhead.
The rancher's yeah, you crossed paths with El Silbón, and then some other dude's like, that wasn't El Silbón, that was just Rodney.
Rodney.
Yeah.
He's out there just kicking the shit out of everything he can find.
Yeah.
His wife left him last week.
Yeah. All right, beer break.
Beer break. We're back. Bladder's empty. Beer poured. Ready to rock and roll into the second half of this episode.
Let's go.
Go ahead.
I'm going to talk about the characteristics now of El Silbón. So this fella is a cursed, restless spirit. Appearance varies by region, but the common traits are that he is tall, impossibly tall, sometimes said to reach 6 meters, about 20 feet high.
Damn. That is even taller than I expected.
I know. And it says in height from seeing him from afar. So I don't know if...
Dude, but you think when somebody's far, they're only this big.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's got...
20 meters, it's like, holy cow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's just playing tricks with his shadows and stuff.
Yeah, with his whistles and shadows and stuff.
Dixies and whatever you tried to say earlier.
Whistling Dixie.
He has very long limbs. He's thin, almost shadow-like body. He's often seen wearing, this is kind of like his signature.
Oh, buddy, please be
clothing.
a sombrero. Please be
Close.
a sombrero.
It's very close.
Fedora.
It's a wide-brimmed hat. Most descriptions say like a rancher hat.
Well, we're going to say a sombrero for the sake of the cast.
Yeah. El Silbón wears the El Sombrero.
El sombrero.
And tattered clothing blending into the night. He carries his large sack over his shoulder. Sometimes described that as being made of cloth, sometimes animal skin, filled with the bones of his father, and in later versions, the bones of his victims.
They just keep throwing them in. Just keeps throwing them in there. This bag just can't get filled enough.
And he has to carry them like for all eternity. He can't like
No
put
wonder
that
he's
shit
so
down.
pissed off when he finds. And no wonder he's so ripped.
Yeah,
Just kicks the shit out of you
with a stick.
with a stick,
I don't even think it's a big stick either. I think it's just a twig.
dude. Probably.
Yeah.
Why would I use a big stick? I want to feel a little bit of your meat on my knuckles when I'm hitting you.
Yeah, I'll give you some meat on your knuckles.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that? You want me to punch you in the dick or what? I don't understand what you're talking about. Corey likes dick punches.
I didn't like him till I was 30. Once I hit my 30s. Just kidding. I don't know. Let's keep
Either
going.
way, we're
Let's
losing
just
it
keep
here.
going. Some say El Silbón has hollow eyes that glow faintly red, while others claim he's nearly invisible. He targets drunks, partygoers, womanizers, cheaters. You have the whistle. The louder it sounds, the further away he is. But the softer it sounds, the closer he is. So just when the son of a bitch... Just when you think this son of a bitch is like walking away, because like you hear the whistle, like it's like fucking right there staring at you.
There he is.
There he is, right over your shoulder.
Mm-hmm. So you finally let your guard down.
Yeah.
There he is.
Seems that he likes to toy and play with his victims. When it comes to the drunks, he is particularly violent.
Oh, I thought I would play with the drunks more, I feel like.
Well, he's violent with the
Okay.
drunks. Listen to this. Like, excessively violent.
Yeah.
He makes a hole in their stomachs and sucks the alcohol out. After they're sucked dry, he rips their bones out of the same hole that he just got done drinking from.
Good God. I like it.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Free beer.
Free beer. Yeah.
Bones.
Bones. You
For
get
his-
a little
for his
broth in
bag.
there and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, that part's... Yeah, I gotta say, like, so he makes a hole in their stomach, sucks the alcohol out, and then rips the bones from inside of them out of that hole.
Man's got to eat.
You're just savage.
Yeah, he is.
It's believed that when El Silbón has his victims' bones, they are now unable to rest peacefully in death and have become part of El Silbón's doomed existence. If you hear El Silbón outside of your house at night whistling and choose not to do anything to drive this son of a bitch away, or if you do not listen to his whistling, yeah, he wants you to hear those sweet tunes he be pumping out, a member of your household will die. So basically, he wants you to acknowledge him.
Yeah.
If you don't acknowledge him, somebody gone.
That sounds... Did you ever hear the story? I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it was in one of the American Horror Stories where it was a serial killer down in New Orleans, and he basically said he was going to kill people, but he played his saxophone down the road, and if you did something at your house to acknowledge that like he was going to come, he would just keep playing the saxophone. He'd just move on. Just wanted the knowledge.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a little bit of like a power trip there, you know?
Yeah, I agree. There is one way to keep this bag of bones away, though, Mike. What do you think is the one thing that scares El Silbón away?
Oh, you just tell him yes. That's all he wants. Spoiled, rotten son of a bitch.
No, that's not it. But
It's such a long delay.
I know. All right.
All right, give me one hint.
It's something that he's scared of.
Ooh, those Go-Gurts, but the frozen Go-Gurts that you put in the freezer. Those things freak me out. Why? How does the yogurt get that frozen but not all the way hard?
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I got.
Chemicals. They didn't have them chemicals back then, no. The answer is man's best friend, baby, a dog.
A dog? He's afraid of dogs, huh?
He hates dogs since they were the animals that tore him apart.
That makes sense.
Ultimately ended his life.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah, so all you need is a pet dog. That dog starts barking, starts howling, making noises, whatever.
Buddy, that's why I walk all the time, because these dogs are always barking.
And you always got your dogs hanging out. Your
Always they're hanging
Crocs.
out. Do you want to see my toe?
Nope.
All right.
You know what? I guess we can. You know what? We have time, I think, to get into Reddit.
Let's head to Reddit.
Let's go there.
Let's head to Reddit.
All right, we made it. We're here. We're at Reddit. Reddit user Fayed Harkon.
Fia Hakon.
El Silbón.
Silbón.
Which is spelled Feydharkonne. Titled The Night the Whistler Came.
That gives me Michael Myers vibes. The night he came home.
Yeah. The boogeyman.
John Wick. Dude, I bet you John Wick could beat Michael Myers. For sure. There's I have zero doubt about that.
Oh, if Busta Rhymes could do it, then yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Dude, what a bad movie that was.
I actually didn't mind it.
That does not surprise me either. John Wick isn't the boogeyman. He's the man you send to kill the boogeyman. That's what they say right in the first movie. If Michael Myers is the boogeyman, John Wick is who you send to kill him.
I don't know.
Said to Reddit.
Well, that's the people.
We won't, though. We just won't.
All right, here's the Reddit. I'm not hearing things, I swear. I lived in the apartment complex for a few months now, and I've never heard more than a peep from my downstairs neighbors. As far as I know, no one has lived upstairs since a week or two after I moved in. The weird started happening one night while Bexley, my Doberman...
So he's good.
So there's a dog.
Yeah.
So let's see. Bexley, my Doberman, and I were sitting on the balcony, enjoying the breeze and the chirping of the crickets. I was smoking a bowl of Colorado's finest sativa, when the crickets suddenly stopped. Bexley perked up from his dozing and was instantly on alert. Now, I'm not prone to audio or visual hallucinations when I'm smoking, so this is what weirded me out. If not for Bexley's reaction, I would have thought I was imagining it. I set down my pipe and stood to get a better view of the surrounding area. It wasn't much to write home to Mom about, being just a parking lot and an open field beyond that until you reached a new subdivision they were building about a quarter of a mile in the distance. I didn't see much of anything, but that's when the whistling started. It sounded like it was off in the middle of the field, but the location of the whistler was a mystery to me. I felt Bexley lean into my leg and looked down to see his hackles were up and his ears were scanning the area to try and pinpoint the source of our noisy interloper. I stopped trying to find the whistler and instead listened to the eerie tune. What at first had seemed to be a random, melodic rambling of notes took on a sort of pattern as it went on. It made my skin crawl and just about every hair on my body stood on end. An inch began at my scalp, traveling down my back, and just as I was about to reach my head up to scratch, Bexley began shaking, whimpered once, and lay down behind me without another sound. A figure had stepped out of the tall grass of the field, just barely visible in the light from the nearest lamp. I could just discern an outline as the man stepped further into the light. The whistler shambled more than walked, and I felt a bead of sweat roll down my hairline to the corner of my eye. It stung like a son of a bitch. but I felt like I shouldn't move or speak or even breathe loudly in the vicinity of the presence, whatever he or it was. As it drew closer to where I was standing, another sound underneath the pitched whistling became apparent, a low, drowning noise like the crackle of high-voltage wires overhead. The whistler was now directly under the lamp directly across my apartment building. He was dressed all in black, wearing what looked like a hooded sweatshirt. Over his shoulder was a dark cloth satchel that as he walked closer produced a dry rattle with each lumbering step. The bones. Soon he was standing just below my balcony. All he had to do was lift his gaze a couple degrees and he'd see me. The dude's just up there, just getting high as shit. So
holy shit, man. He doesn't see me. I'm camouflaged.
Don't move. Don't move, Bexley.
If I don't move, he can't see me.
The wind shifted then so that a scent like you would imagine a graveyard would smell drifted up to me. You could literally feel I apologize, people. Like, this guy's all over the place.
He's probably smoking a bowl a little bit.
Yeah. You literally feel the stench rolling off this guy in waves. I should have called the police, but they were at least a 10-minute drive at their fastest to this area. So I remained still and silent. He's just standing there. I could just picture him just...
Don't move, man. Yeah. Don't move.
After staring straight ahead for what seemed like minutes, the whistler walked forward and he disappeared under my balcony. I heard the sliding glass door on the patio below my slide quietly open and then shut.
So he's probably a hobo. Just like a squatter. Knew nobody was living here.
Yeah.
Gonna take this place now.
The muted thumping of the felt strips on the door. The only sign that the door had closed. Why be so quiet and everything else when you were whistling loud enough for every resident within 100 yards to hear? I heard a crash below me and then the screams of the old Venezuelan woman who lived downstairs with her husband of 40 years and their grandchildren who normally stayed for a few weeks in the summer. She was screaming a name or something. El Silbón! El Silbón! I watched as the figure reappeared from under my balcony and was slowly making its way back to the field from where it came from. I had a sudden flash of bravery and stupidity as I took out my phone and dialed 911 and shouted at the bastard that the police would be here and he wasn't going to get away with this. He stopped and slowly began to turn as I heard in my ear, 911, what is your emergency? He had turned completely to face me, and I saw as he stared at me that he was a man, maybe a long time ago. His features were cadaverous, and he grinned at me and began his whistle again. Only as close as he was, the whistling sounded impossibly far away. He took 3 slow steps in my direction when I suddenly felt Bexley at my side, and he let loose a volley of loud, sharp barks in quick succession. At this, the whistler, whoever or whatever he was, turned and fled, seeming to dissolve into nothing the second he was beyond the reach of the lamp in the parking lot. I had been wrong about the length it would take for the police to arrive. They did themselves proud by roaring into my complex within 5 minutes of my call ending. They took my statement and took care of Mrs. Lametta, and the crime scene techs came and went, followed by a gurney carrying Mr. Lametta to the coroner's van. Mrs. Lametta never returned to her apartment. Instead, a few days later, her son came. Juan Carlos was loading a moving van with the parent possessions, and I was once again on my balcony, engaged in recreational, legal activities. I called down to him to inquire after his mother's health. He said she wasn't well, and Dad decided she would spend the rest of her days back in Venezuela, just 120 miles from Caracas, in Calabozo.
You are a bozo.
Where she was born and raised. You are the one who called the police, aren't you? He asked. I admitted that it was me and that I had seen and heard things like his mother screaming the name of El Silbón. He started at that. Did you say El Silbón? I confirmed that it wasn't what I heard. I asked what it meant. Juan Carlos shook his head sadly, and before turning to walk away, he said, the whistler. Keep that handsome dog with keep that handsome dog with you at
Big
all
fella.
times, senor.
Senor, big fella.
The end.
The end. The Whistler attacked another family.
So I don't know like where this dude was living. Didn't really say.
Just that it was Colorado.
He was smoking Colorado. Yeah, I mean he was
Okay.
smoking weed from Colorado, but I don't know if it was just weed from Colorado or if he was in Colorado. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly where, but was this guy just high as shit, imagining fucking tripping balls? I don't know.
Yep.
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 But yeah, that's the Reddit.
That's the Reddit. So let's leave Reddit.
Gonna play it like backwards.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be like demonic voices.
Let's go to some theories.
Theories.
Like I said in the beginning, there's a lot of different variations with this legend. And overall, there's a lot of pieces. So I think you can really break this thing down. I'm not sure what the origin story was actually due to it constantly evolving over time. One pretty common folklorist.
Which is what we are.
Hell yeah. And was the other fusion specialist or something?
No, just folklore fusion.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with our occupation in this field.
So one pretty common folklorist explanation is that the tale comes from 19th century rural life where fathers were authority figures and family honor was sacred. Silbón's crime, killing his father, was the ultimate sin, so his endless punishment taught moral lessons about obedience, respect, and consequence. His hunger symbolizes guilt and eternal emptiness. He can never be satisfied or forgiven. It talks about an adult man who was spoiled by his parents growing up and was never told no, never disciplined. So this part of the story makes me believe that it is trying to teach parents the importance of disciplining their kids and raising them right. By not doing so could cause you to raise a monster.
Yeah, that seems to make the most sense, I would say.
Yeah. Then you have the different variations of the son's wife being sexually abused. Could just be to remind women to be careful of the people in their life and not to trust everyone, even if they are family. Then you have the other variation about prostitutes. It could just be a warning to young men to stay away from prostitutes or premarital sex. Then I think the message for the actual Silbón monster is to keep young adults from drinking, becoming alcoholics, cheating, partying, etc.
All the things that want to keep you from.
Yeah.
Like in most urban legends, I would say.
Yeah.
Always alcohol, drinking,
Yeah.
partying, stuff like that.
Yeah. And then I thought this was kind of cool. So there is a natural explanation about like the whistle. So the whistler's sound might come from the land itself. People who live, in the plains of Venezuela, Colombia, say that the plains can breathe. The wind passes through the tall grass and trees, creating high-pitched whistling tones that travel for miles. Late at night, with the echoing sounds and total isolation, the human brain can mistake wind patterns for a distinct whistle. And a little superstition and a few beers or shots, suddenly you're sure Silbón's nearby. So in short, he might be the wind itself, a natural sound turned supernatural by fear and imagination. So, just like all the other urban legends, cryptid stuff we talk about, if you're thinking you're gonna encounter Silbón or hear the whistle, your brain's gonna.
That's where it's gonna go.
You're gonna hear the whistle. Then I saw another one, like the restless soul Catholic punishment theory. He's a spirit that can't enter heaven or hell. This theory ties into Catholic and indigenous beliefs about death and punishment. He's seen as a soul in purgatory, cursed to walk the earth as divine punishment for patricide. His sack of bones represents self-punishment, the physical weight of sin. The whistle warns the living, so it's basically saying it's a reminder that sins don't die with the body.
I would think if he would be like a wandering spirit, that wouldn't give him access to be able to kill people.
Yeah. And then the ancestral spirit theory, he could be tied to indigenous mythology from before colonization. Some Venezuelan anthropologists think the legend mixes Catholic and indigenous beliefs. So before the Spanish arrived, local tribes already had spirits tied to the wind, death, and moral retribution. El Silbón might have evolved from one of those, an ancient forest or wind spirit that was later merged with colonial-era Christian punishment themes. So, in short, he's the modern form of an older, darker god of the plains. It's kind of like elemental.
Okay.
And then on the Monstrum episode I watched, they talked about a man named Joaquin Flores.
Phoenix.
No.
Oh.
Who I guess committed a crime similar to the one tied to this legend in the mid-1800s. At the time, folks didn't want more crimes occurring, so they blew this thing up to scare people from committing similar crimes. And I tried looking up more information on this, but unfortunately, this information was given by the one presenter in this Monstrum episode, and he gained this information by talking to people over in that country. So, can't find it.
Yeah. No real records.
Yeah. But that's kind of like the theories kind of breaking down this urban legend.
Yeah, I like the first theory that you laid out, where it was kind of to teach parents to discipline their children, or else they're going to have a monster.
Yeah.
Then I think that's most... It just seemed like a lot of the story I would lean more towards it being a true urban legend in that way.
Yeah.
Where there's no names, there's no details, death certificates, anything like that to really be able to like prove that any of this happened, but just word of mouth over time and time and time. Like, this legend will never die.
Yeah. A little bit of pop culture with this. El Silbón has grown into a full-blown cultural icon. Locals still tell his story around campfires, dress as the Whistler in festivals, and carve his silhouette in murals. He's also crossed into modern media, starring in horror films, and appearing in folk songs and literature. The eerie whistle that once warned of sin now echoes in pop culture, keeping the legend alive for a new generation. So, just like other areas with cryptids and legends and stuff, they really took on this thing and really celebrate it.
Yeah.
As part of like their culture and everything. So
nice.
So yeah. Folklore score?
Folklore score. We back with the folklore score. If you don't know what the folklore score is, it is a category of 5 things: spookiness, historical, cultural significance, believability, uniqueness, and threat level. I do my scores on those 1 to 10. Corey does his scores 1 to 10. We take our overall scores, we
smush them
together, and they try and make the folklore score a top 10 that we have going right now. Hookman with a 65 is on the chopping block.
And just so you guys know, our board right now is like looking pretty freaking good.
As clean as it's looked in a long time.
Like, we got Bell Witch, Krampus, Dolls, Kraken, Mothman, Black-Eyed Kids, Ouija boards, Bloody Mary, Dybbuk box.
Yeah. I knew you were gonna, dude. There's no doubt in my mind you were going to just stop on that one.
I was flipping. I'm like, wait.
You got it right, though.
Yeah. But yeah, we got a solid board right now.
We do have a solid board. Can this make the board?
I don't think so.
Nope, it won't. Because I have an overall score of a 20.
I got a 22.
22. So it makes it a 42. This is actually our first 40 that we've had, which makes this a mild myth. But we'll go down through our scores quick. For spookiness, I gave it a 5.
I gave her a 4.
Historical, cultural significance, I gave it a 4.
I gave it a 5.
So I think we were pretty close on both of those ones. For believability, I actually gave it a 1.
I gave it a 3. Pretty low.
Pretty low. Uniqueness, I gave it a 7.
I gave her a 7 too.
And for threat level, I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 3.
So really, outside of believability, we were
pretty.
I mean, really, overall score-wise, we were pretty close.
We were right on
for everything.
Right on.
Just because it doesn't make the board doesn't make it any less of an awesome legend, though.
Yeah, we still love them. We love them all.
We love them all.
We love the 10s, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s.
Yeah, we're like parents to a crackhead. We love them.
Yeah, we love them.
Love them.
Are they getting any inheritance? No.
No.
But we still love
They
them.
get much more hair? Probably not, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah, they can have some of my chest hair.
So if you enjoyed what you heard today, make sure to check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. That's pretty much about it.
Yeah, you don't say anymore.
And if you have a topic you want to see us cover, or if you really like us and you give us a 5-star review, which, hint, hint, you should definitely be giving us a 5-star review. It helps grow the cast. Take a screenshot of that quick. Email it us at krakencanscast@gmail.com, and we'll send you some Kraken Cast stickers.
Get your stickers.
Or if you really have a topic you want us to cover, just email us.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
We'll write back.
We'll write back.
24-hour time frame.
Corey will.
Yeah. Mike will tell me. I'll
I'll be
write
like, Corey, did you see that? Take care of that.
Yeah.
That's about how it goes.
I'm on it.
I'm Crack Daddy Mike. I am out of here.
Mike's dumb. I'm the BK.
BK Corey. And what's BK stand for, Corey?
Burger King.
No way. Corey Stupid. That's what it stands for. Stupid Corey. Can't spell. BK.
The
Corey
best
Stupid.
crack king.
The best Kraken. That's stupid.